welcome back. And I gotta do my paranoia check. Go. The caves in which Matoya resides is stationed on the south edge of the hinterlands. In choosing this spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans. Thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. Back to where we found the dinghy. Dinghy last episode. Makes me bad I can't remember which game it was that I played that when you are on a mount and something hits you, you dismount your mount. I think that might have been WoW. Don't think it was. I know I played another game where if you got hit, you would just fall off your mount. But I know that wasn't WoW. That was something completely different. That makes me glad that doesn't happen in this game. I just realized how close we are to 61. I just realized how expensive it's going to be once we get to the next expansion. But that's not gonna be for about another month or so. And like I said, that if 6.4 isn't out by then, I don't even remember when 6.4 is supposed to come out. It's rather next month or the month after, I think. This is the entrance. You seem unconvinced. Okay, well, this will only add to surprise. A word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts. In time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not be, but there will be sentinels and traps, both to deter unwanted guests. But will not be deterred, will we? Go on, touch the wall yonder. You will want to have your weapons near at hand. Icy wall. Those maze first discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of lights. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
She uses a melee arm for her staff.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady?
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eosia to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me? Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Alagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Asians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Froggo, Froggo. Oh, is me, Ribbit? Mistress Matoya will have my hide. Oh, you are our guest, and yet you would lend me your aid. Oh, thank you, kind adventurer. I am in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, the Ribbit. I am Sir Rago, a humble servant of Mistress Matoya. I am tasked with picking leaves from her herb garden, from which I make her tea. Alas, drawn to their medicinal purposes, bugs have recently taken to ravaging the herbs. I attempted to get rid of the pests, but they are too much for a lone Froggo to handle. I would be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stay, Rabbit. I'm guessing that says no entry, considering the N is upside down, and I can't think of anything else that would have a backwards Z in it. Folks are no more. Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you are strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, harvesting and making tea. It is all I am capable of. I am a failed creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I am incompetent and clumsy. For want of a task I could perform, she bade me serve her tea 7 times daily. But even in this, I needed assistance, Rabbit. Unless I make myself more useful, it's only a matter of time before my mistress removes my enchantment. Then I will revert to an ordinary toad incapable of speech. I cannot bear to think that. I must become a better servant. I believe that I can do so. If only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received of her blessing, the brooms are bound to possess this knowledge. Alas, they refuse to talk to me. But as you are our guest, they cannot willfully ignore you, even if they are not entirely cooperative or forthright. Please speak with them, Ribbit, and acquire the information I need to survive. I have never done that. So in my game, he's probably dead.
"'Twas some 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes. A device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies.
That's fun of it.
After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
Ah, you were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
What?
Not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
Alphino, stay in your charge. Chores, while the rest of us flee. The Great Library's guardian shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like of you. But if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well then I'll know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ram. I'll put a pair of familiars at your disposal. One, a Portico, will help you locate the tome. The other, that broom yonder, who will let you into the library. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, boy. Greetings, Gisa. I am Grimsey, my little servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you. I am given to understand you wish into the great Rubo Library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go fetch my fellow familiar on my way to the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come and meet me there. It will be my pleasure to unlock the door for you. I don't know why, but I thought Alphino had to stay behind and help Matoya. Same with Y'shtola. And Edgar had to go into it by himself. I don't remember a broom showing us the way. He's over here. I guess there's probably a rare enemy that spawns in here. Oh, I'm not gonna fight with the cockatrice and the frogs. Come on, I can't. It's only got 13 seconds left. You stand before the great Google Library, one of Heideland's foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the Exodus, some summer since, in all these years. halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the loving brush of a broom. Mine apologies, sir. Pray no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. I'm just going to turn off the timer because I know this dungeon's going to take a while. I have never done this. I haven't done the duty supports at all for this or the other of the future Heaven Wards ones. So it'll be interesting, and I can actually sit down and read the books without having to tarry. I do believe there is a mode where you can read, or you can just go into these dungeons and explore at your own leisure without any of the bosses. Without any enemies.
I have my pride.
Oh, those were ink pots. My brain was like, I've been attacked by snitches. Oh no. Exactly like fucking things. I don't like it. Talk about the bird that the snitches are based off of, not the actual snitches.
Focus. Release!
Okay, the Gallian Hierarchy Volume 1. Right of the Gallian Empire, the rise of the year 1522, the Sixth Astral Era led to significant changes in the structure of Garlean society. This is most evident in the adoption of titles which serve to indicate an individual's place within the social hierarchy. The following information was compiled with the aid of information within the Empire and has yet to be verified. Royalty, Zos, the Emperor. Yea, mother of the royal family line, family in the line of succession, were member of the royal family with no claim to the throne. Avon Legatus, Toll Tribunal, Sauce Tribunus, or Prefectus, Rem Primus Pal or Palus Pro, Quo Primi Ordini or Centurion, Pierre Optus Tercerus or Trigon, Owen Deperis or Legatus, Nan Chief Engineer or Engineer, Mal Prime Medicus or Senior Magitech Technician, Lux Chief Medicus or Magitech Technician, Kerr Senior Medicus or Senior Technician, Jen Medicus or Technician. I guess dance is range, but it's more close to mid-range than it is how the other ranged ones are. Public officers, Lil, Director or Principal, Hecht, Council, Praetor, Tribunus, Elvis or Questor, Go, Joe, Censor, Fey, Unknown, Ear, Unknown, Dus, Lector. That really extends to the general populace as well, though it is far less complex. The majority of the citizens bear boss title, and there is a smaller group which appears to be comprised of respected artisans who have adopted the Sen title. The On title is bestowed upon the people of annexed territories and indicates their lack even the most basic rights afforded to the citizens. However, many Guardians view this as an opportunity rather than a commendation, as citizenship may be granted to those who have demonstrated expert skills as well as those who have contributed 20 or more years of military service. Now we get to fight a book. Repelled KO.
shall make it quick.
Huh. I think it's this dungeon or the hard version of this dungeon that has a pet in it. Just some clear prisms. Obsidian carbuncle. We still don't get we don't get moonstone either. Or what's the other carbuncle that these can have that we don't get? I think we can only have sapphire, ruby, topaz, and emerald. Are the only cobalt players can have. Oh, and there's also those cobalts that you can get if you bought the I don't know which ones they were. Why he has obsidian cobalt. Yeah. I don't think he's supposed to get that until later. Then again, this was added after all that stuff came out. Chapter 1, the 6 entities and myriad creations. The spark of lightning ignites when it strikes, thus fire is born. And the heat of fire renders to ash all that touches, and thus earth is born. And the destiny of earth shuns sun and hovers cold. And thus ice is born. The armor of ice melts, and thus water is born. And the moistness of water mists and rises, thus wind is born. And the gusts and sighs of wind gather the clouds, and thus lightning is born. 3 conquests, boundless and watering. Earth grounds lightning, water erodes earth, lightning boils water. The 3 submissions, timeless and unending. Fire is extinguished by wind, ice is melted by fire, and wind is obstructed by ice. Well, considering elemental typing doesn't mean anything.
Focus. Release!
It does, it has very minimal meaning. because I think only like a few dungeons that I've played in that actually has that cool stuff. One of them being the Alliance raid that we did at the Crystal Tower. With that one boss where we had to use ice to block fire. Though there is much some debate as to whether or not Wormblood and her League of Lost Bastards were the first Azorians to discover the western continent, there is no denying that their navigational charts were instrumental in establishing the major trade routes of today. Moreover, the accounts from their expedition are widely regarded as both informative and entertaining. Of particular note is their first encounter with Mamulja, as well as other indigenous people and creatures with some scarcely intent on their demise. The travel journals have since inspired a legion of explorers and treasure hunters to retrace the League's journey. Yet, in spite of their numbers, the existence of a bleeding city of gold remains unconfirmed. Gotta go through that. At least it's not hitting me for once. I guess it wouldn't be hitting me at all, because that jerks in the fight. My book. Wait a minute. I just realized that Y'shtola is playing as an offensive conjurer. I kind of feels like Alphino and Y'shtola should have been switched. You know, have the conjurer be the healer and the arcanist be the DPS. Then again, we also have a frog as a tank, so. Beauty is ephemeral. But it need be. My Lady Ametine knows this well. Lovely creature that she is. Would that I could have the genuine article in my keeping, but alas, I shall have to settle for a pale imitation. The vessel is not quite up to my usual standards, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. I washed and anointed it per the instructions, then secured it to the bed with chains. Would it want ideas above her station? Oh no. Gosh, just the thought of it is enough to get my blood pumping. I could hardly wait to welcome my beloved succubus into this world. I know the rest of that story.
Away with you!
Really have to make it into a golem. I believe the pet you could get here is page 63. Page 65. The tentacles, so many tentacles, and the sound it was writhing on the bad gods. Just listening to it is agony. I made a terrible mistake.
Away with you! With you.
I think they made that boss fight simpler because I think sometimes that the NPCs don't move that often, and I remember there being a lot more 3s and 2s. Yep, page 63. A detailed requisition of the preceding 62 pages is not necessary to fully enjoy the content of the 63rd. Though unable to read the arcane script penned in blood across this forbidden tome, discovered in the Great Google Library, you sense much power in the words. Or it could simply be the fact that the book follows you. Yeah, that's one of the minions I don't have on my own, but I know where to get it. I just haven't had the time. Nor the care. Oh, what did we get from the book? Earth. Oh, I already have Earth. It better not be fire. Or, I guess it has to be water. I don't know why we got water from a book. Water ruins books. I guess because of the ink. Small book.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
Oh, let's go turn in this quest. Oh, I'm just selling all the stuff that we got. And we keep forgetting to get to a dungeon. I take it you found the tome. Well, let's see it then. Research compiled by Matoya on a device known as an etheric converger. This is it, alright. I must say, your experience brought back memories, just like the old days. You still send people into the thick of danger as if it were nothing more than a mundane errand. But we were able to accomplish our task. Thanks to Pararogo, he is an eminently capable familiar, a creation worthy of the great Master Matoya. And to simply witness him in action gives me a better understanding of an arcane entity. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of combo, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louis Swall's grandson, I know. I'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar. And deal more than that, make you a scholar with a damn. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. So, shall we examine the tome? Yes, good. going to be it for this long episode. I'll see you all in the next.